In light of the recent controversy surrounding the word woke, I thought I'd explain for everyone who doesn't have an understanding of the term and for those who think they know what it means. Now, in the most simplified terms, being woke means being awake. It means to be conscious or critical thinking. It's a term that describes someone who has awakened from the sleep of societal ignorance and social indoctrination. And yes, it is a term rooted in Blackness. Now, the problem with the wokeness that we see today is in large part due to the people who wield that term without a fundamental understanding of its meaning. Another problem is that the term woke, which was used by the Black community to describe the more liberationist or politically conscious folks among us, which, by the way, began as a more revered position, was co opted by white liberals who used it as a placebo for their cognitive dissonance or white guilt. They believed that by becoming woke, they could cure themselves of the sins of their forefathers by excessively engaging in social justice efforts and boutique activism, which in their minds validated them as morally upright and honorable citizens. However, as more of these liberals and self identified progressives began to identify as woke, they encountered real pushback from the true woke community. Black people who challenged their self identification with actual truths and solutions, which forced these so called allies to perform authentic self inventory. Needless to say, it went terribly wrong. The more these white leftists, for lack of a better term, were challenged to actually think critically, the more hostile and they became towards the true woke community, which left them with a choice: either abandon wokeness or take it. They chose the latter. And as they castigated the Black woke community by labeling them radical and racist, they also engaged in propagandizing them, using the Black bourgeoisie gatekeeper class as proxies. Now, soon thereafter, wokeness took on a new meaning altogether, characterized by white liberals dictating broad solutions to cure racial injustice, which led to horrific and even more devastating outcomes for Black communities, as is still happening today. Most of the proposed solutions by the woke left, as they're called by the political right, merely serve as window dressing to hide the real damage that continues to be caused to marginalized communities due to pushy and completely tone deaf policies and movements that are virtually always led or financed by white liberal organizations. So while white leftists constantly attempt to solve inequality by shoehorning easily controlled token Black faces into positions that they're woefully unqualified for, or into media positions that simply serve as loudspeakers for this new bastardized version of wokeness, white conservatives, they now see a very racialized presentation of politics that easily taps into many of their own innate anti-Black racist ideologies. But here's the kicker. While we know that the term anti-woke from the political right is often coded language for anti-Black, this new transmogrified version of wokeness has actually become somewhat of a justification in that the woke left, as the right calls them, are always doing exactly what they claim, using diversity, equity, and inclusion as a replacement for actual competence. So, I mean, let's be honest. They don't have a good record, meaning the political left, of propping up the best of us in matters of politics or issues that impact our community. They use rappers and media gatekeepers. Now, I am in no way saying that Black people are any less qualified than anyone else. In fact, I believe we tend to be far more qualified than most in areas that we remain underpaid and underrepresented in. But what I am saying is that we're allowing ourselves to be used by individuals who have no interest in seeing us achieve real progress. So when it comes to the term wokeness, here's the truth. It is yet another piece of Black culture that was appropriated by whites on the left and right to become what they want it to be. You know, kind of like rap, jazz, and the N word with an A. Peace.